What's going on, guys? Chandler here. So this is going to be my new segment on my YouTube channel called First Listen Review that is taken from my $5 tier full album reactions. So I react to the entire album, and then at the very end I give my overall thoughts and initial thoughts and a score on the album as a whole. So again, if you do like what you see and want to support the channel going forward, head over to patreon.com/ChandlerBurtonEntertainment. This is exclusive to the $5 tier. Again, you get a full album reaction, review, and a whole bunch of other perks as well if you guys are interested. And again, there's always a link down below in the description and in the pinned comment. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the review, and thank you all so much for watching. I like that song, man. That was really good. Alright, my friends, so again, that was Stick to Your Guns and their album Spectre. I enjoyed the album for the majority of it here, so I'm going to give my first listen review, so stick around. That is coming up next. Okay, my friends, so again, that was Stick to Your Guns and their new album Spectre. Again, we just jammed the entire thing. Overall, man, I definitely enjoyed it. It wasn't like perfect all the way through in my personal opinion, but for the most part, I rather enjoyed it. So here's a couple of pros that stuck out to me while listening to the album here. Number one, I gotta say, these songs had really catchy choruses. I mean, this band really does blend metalcore and hardcore very well, and so I really was kind of like surprised that they had such catchy choruses on this album, like especially again listening to Weapon again, and even Who Dares to Win and A World to Win. Like, there's so many catchy choruses on there. I'm like, it's really good, really good. The second thing that I really like is that the instruments on this album are super sick. They are so cool. Like, they have so many cool moments in them where like they just hit really hard. Like, they, again, as I said, they really blend metalcore and hardcore music really well together. I think Stick to Your Guns is a master of their craft when it comes to forming that type of music. And so the instruments on this album sounded great, and they had some really cool moments in them as well. And again, I think my last pro would be really Jesse's voice. I think it's absolutely fantastic, especially on No Way to Live. It really showcases that he's a very well-rounded vocalist. I mean, really good song that last song was. So again, those are my top three songs, top three pros when it comes to this album. I do have a few cons with this album here, kind of again based on personal opinion, but I gotta say my first con is that Open Up My Head and Father were just really boring songs. Like, they just were not interesting to me. Again, I understood the message on Open Up My Head. I thought the message was really good, but the way it was executed was just rather boring. And then Father, as you probably saw, I was taking some notes here. That song I thought was just, nothing happened in that song. It felt like the vocals were a little bit muffled in that song. I just didn't really like that one very much here. And then I would say some of the songs, not all of them, but some of the songs do kind of have a predictable song structure where, you know, like, okay, it's going to hit really hard here. There's going to be a singing part here. Like, again, not saying that wasn't bad. It's just some of the songs were a little bit too predictable. But again, most of the songs do hit really well. Top three songs from this album here, I gotta say, number one, I'm gonna give it to The Shine. I thought that song was really sick. I did see a comment on this video saying this is their favorite song off the album, and I can definitely see why. Probably my favorite non-single from the album. I thought it was really good. The second one is Instruments of the End. Again, I've noticed that the shorter songs on this album that were under 3 minutes were really freaking good. Like, they were absolute bangers through and through, and this song was no difference there. It was an absolute heater of a song. Super cool instruments on that one. And then honestly, I'm gonna choose the last song, No Way to Live. Jesse's vocals really caught me by surprise. The whole thing stayed acoustic the entire way through, because sometimes when you listen to songs like that, you're like, okay, we know at the end it's gonna put in some electric guitar and those types of things, but none of that happened at all. Like, Jesse, I think, was really honest in those lyrics here, and his voice really shined. Again, I think really showcasing that he is a very well-rounded vocalist. So again, those are my top three songs from this album. It may change while I listen to the album some more, but on my first listen, those are the three songs that stuck out to me. Again, man, I really enjoyed this album. It wasn't a perfect album. Again, there were 2 songs on there that I will probably never listen to again, as I mentioned, Open Up My Head and Father. But other than that, man, these songs hit really hard. The lyrics are really good on this album, especially, again, on No Way to Live. I just thought they were very honest. And this band is a lot about unity and talk about, like, kind of what's going on in the world. And I really appreciate that, appreciate them putting their views out there. I think that's a very brave thing to do. They've been doing that forever now, so I think that's just really cool. But overall, man, yeah, this album was great. It definitely just didn't disappoint me here. It was good to know, like, even after 5 years, that this band really still knows how to make the music that they love. And again, I still think this band is completely underrated here, but I thought this album was super sick. I'm going to give Stick to Your Guns album Spectre an 8 out of 10. Again, just those 2 songs were holding it back for me here. But other than that, man, this is a hard-hitting metalcore, hardcore song, and if you're a fan of any of that genre of music, you're going to find a song on here that you will absolutely love.